Hi, good evening. It's such a medyo may pressure, no? Starting after the great speech of Mr. Yabut. Actually, Mr. Yabut, I used to watch Apprentice, but we don't kay Donald Trump. And I used to really idolize Bill Rancic. You know Bill Rancic? Yes. Asawa ni Juliana Rancic. Nanonood ng E, nanonood kayo ng E. My wife watches it all the time. But anyway, is it too loud? I think I can manage without the mic. Okay lang? Yeah. So anyway, I was invited by the marketing and the recruitment department of Sun Life to talk about my experience with Sun Life. No? I'd like to share how it all started for me. No? I hope some of you will be able to draw some inspiration, or at least if it's something that you've been thinking of, I will be able to help you. No? So anyway, let me talk to you very short about my journey in Sun Life. So how did it all start? I'm not like the valedictorian that Jonathan was. Okay? In high school, I was a plain guy. Okay? I was kind of musically inclined. If you, alam niyo yung mga Philippine Science High School? There's this high school that was designed for the arts in Mount Pakiling. I got into that school as a scholar, no? But actually, my desire to get into finance was when I decided to take up finance in LaSalle. Okay. By the way, I didn't come from a rich or well-heeled family. I grew up having just enough. Okay. I grew up having just enough. I was able to go to LaSalle simply because my parents, yung mga educational plans, alam niyo yun, yung mga PET, CAP, before they all tumbled down, I was one of the beneficiaries. Okay? So, fortunately, I was able to go to LaSalle. Ang pangarap ko, growing up, was ang babaw. Makapag-suit going to work. Ganun kababaw. Okay? That's why when I was trying to decide which career to take or where to work, I wanted to get into finance. Simply because nakita ko sa movies before that people working in Wall Street in Ayala is wearing suits. Okay? So dati ang pinangarap ko was to be a stockbroker. You know the Philippine stock market? I wanted to be trading stocks. I wanted to be giving people, invest ka dito, invest in Ayala, invest in PLDT. Okay? But ultimately, have you seen this movie? Wall Street 2? Okay. When I saw that movie, it was the epitome of what I wanted to do. I wanted the character of Shia LaBeouf. Okay? Gusto ko yung taong nagmamanage ng deals. Okay? So, ito yung pinangarap ko na maging after graduation. But unfortunately, I graduated in 2001. When I graduated in 2001, it was the bottom of the Asian financial crisis. Kung familiar kayo sa stock market, right now, the stock market is around 7,800 points. When I graduated in 2001, the stock market was at 900 points, meaning bagsak yung economy. So basically, when I graduated from LaSalle, walang investment banks na nag-hire. Okay, I mean, it was really so tough to get into the industry. So, before I joined Sun Life in 2004, I joined these three companies. Okay, I joined a financing firm, which is a Metrobank subsidiary. Then I transferred to iBank. I thought it was the dream come true because I wanted to be a banker. Okay? Pero apparently, na-assign ako sa branch. Ako yung nasa branch na nakakurbata, na lumalabas ng alas 9, kumakatok sa mga bahay, sa mga kumpanya, para magtanong, gusto niyo mag-open ng account sa amin? Okay? Ganun kahirap. Ganun ka nakakahiya. Okay? Pero that was my first taste of being in the banking industry. Okay? Then after that, I realized, kung magbibenta rin ako, magbenta lang ako ng something na nakikita ko. Diba? So I got into Ayala Land. Dito naman, mas nakakahiya. Kasi kami yun nasa mall, na ginaganon yung brochure sa mukha mo. Tanggapin ako. Pag ayaw mo, idadrop ko lang sa harap mo. Hanggang sa bumagsak sa ano mo, sa shoulder, sa elbow mo, di ba? No, but I experienced that. Actually, my introduction to Sun Life happened when I was manning a booth in Greenbelt 3. Dati, dun sa may paakit ng cinema, may booth ang Ayala Land doon. So one time, someone walked in, inquired about a certain project, and I gave her the brochure. Kinuha ko details niya. Then, syempre, pag nasa sales ka, you get all the details, di ba? You get the phone number, you get the name, para the following day, mag-follow up ka. Since I was selling real estate, ang kailangan ko ma-secure is tripping. I'm sure, familiar naman kayo, di ba?
Yes.
So I wanted to secure a tripping. Naka-secure naman ako. So nagkita kami doon sa site, pinakita ko sa kanya yung property. Pagdating ko, pagbalik ko, paghiwalay namin, na-recruit na ako sa Sun Life. Okay? So basically I started my career in Sun Life in December 2004. I was 24. But the career didn't sink in with me right away. Guys, I mean, honestly, sino sa inyo ang nangarap na maging insurance advisor? Sino sa inyo ang pinangarap na gusto ko pag-graduate ko, tatrabaho ako, magbibenta ako ng insurance? I'm sure no one. Okay? I mean, if ever, you'd be the first to ever admit to me. Diba? But, yun. So, medyo may hang up pa rin ako with real estate. Because we all know, if you sell something in real estate, automatic big bucks. You make a 10 million sale, you get 3%, 2.5%, that's automatically 250,000, 300,000 in your pocket. Okay? So I thought it was the best way for a 24-year-old guy to instantly earn big bucks. So, my Sun Life's career didn't really start at with the right foot. So, one time, I was trying to decide whether to stay in real estate or to pursue Sun Life. Okay? You know, one of the greatest things that I've learned is sometimes, di ba naghihintay tayo ng one-time, big-time. Something that will really turn around our status, where we are. Maybe in real estate, if you get to sell one big deal. Maybe if you're in sales, you get to close one big account. If you're in ad agency, you're hoping to sell one big multinational as your account, di ba? And things will start to turn around. But apparently, sometimes, we miss the small opportunities that are right under our nose. Di ba? During that time, I was too fixated on this picture. I wanted to be able to sell something. But, I lost sight of that small opportunity that I was already part of, which was Sun Life. Okay? So from 2004, end of 2004, so basically 2005, it was the lowest point in my life. Bakit? Kasi this never happened. Di ako nakabenta, to be honest. Considering that I was from Lasal, sabi nga ni Mr. Yabut, IQ, EQ, may konting beauty, diba? But, you know, kidding aside, it didn't really happen. Okay? This was actually worsened when, nandito yung wife ko nga pala. This was actually worsened because I had a girlfriend for 6 years during that time. She left me. Simply because, sabi niya, feeling ko hindi mo kaya buhayin. Okay. So, consistent ang reaction ng lahat ng crowds nasabihan ko. But, true. You know, for a guy, for you to hear that from someone, medyo, that's a kick in your balls, right? Pero, what can happen? I mean, that's reality. That's how life was thrown at me. Maybe it was partially because of me. maybe it's the circumstances around me, but how it is, no? This was a similar car I used to drive back then. Okay? Naalala ko dati, 2006, I was trying to slowly make my mark in Sun Life. I was going to a client in Macapagal. Dati maluwag pa yung Macapagal. Coming from EDSA, I make a left in Macapagal. Right before I make a left, bigla naputol yung clutch cable ng kotse kong bagong-bago. Okay? So I had to push that car going to Petron. That may Petron pa sa across sa mga umiikot na nun. I had to push that car to Petron. Okay? So that's how tough life was. Okay? So this is how it is. Sometimes we are pushed to a corner. Diba? Sometimes we want things to happen for us. Okay? We have so much dreams. I'm sure you have the biggest dreams. You wanted to live in a nice house. You wanted to have a high-paying job. Okay? But sometimes, we only have dreams. Okay? Pero the desire for us to work on our dreams is too weak. Diba? You know what? Short story. When I was in high school, sabi ko sa guidance counselor namin, ma'am, hindi po ako magpapakasal hanggat wala po akong bahay, wala po akong kotse, at wala po akong jet ski. Kasi nung panahon na yun, that's 1993, yung jet ski, na-associate ko kay Aga Mulak. Yung idol ko si Aga Mulak ng bata ko. Diba? But, so, sabi ko, cool to, di ba? So, I made that proclamation to my guidance counselor. Okay? So, apparently, after a few years, I didn't realize that I already had all those things. I didn't have a jet ski, but I have a bike. This is my actual house. Okay, I live in a 4-bedroom bungalow. I was able to acquire 2 cars for coding and for not really for coding, but just to have yung palit-palit na hindi nalalaspak yung kotse. No, but the thing is, regardless of what you're dreaming of, the question is, what are you doing about it? Diba? At the end of the day, we are sometimes thrown a curveball in life. Diba? Minsan na-expect natin ang challenges we will face head-on. Pero minsan, alam niyo yung blind side, minsan bigla ka lang tatamaan ng hindi mo ina-expect. And the question is, how do you adapt to it? You may get hit. You may get hit really hard. But the thing is, what will you do after that? Okay? I thought, coming from Lasal, things will be easier for me. Like what Mr. Yabut said, akala natin, the valedictorians and salutatorians will be guaranteed a success in life. It doesn't really happen right away. Sometimes, may mga tao that came from an average, a rich family, but apparently, they are the ones that ended up squandering all the family wealth. Diba? So, the thing, apparently, we get to realize that everything that we need is all within us. Ang tanong, paano mo siya i-utilize? Paano mo siya gagamitin to achieve whatever mundane or very honorable dream that you have? Okay? The question is, why do you do what you do? Diba? This is the picture of my family. It's the main reason why I do what I do. Okay? It's not because of what I showed you in the slide earlier. It's because, sabi ko nga, I didn't come from a wealthy family. I wouldn't even call ourselves average. Okay? My dad even had to borrow money from my uncle to enroll us pag no elementary. Okay? But right now, you can ask yourself, why are you in your work? Is it bringing you closer to the dreams? Is it bringing you closer to the realization of what you wanted to do for your parents, to your loved one, to your spouse, your children, di ba? Ako, I'm here because of them. But for me, to be able to do something for them, ano yung sabi ni Mr. Yabut? Social purpose. Okay? Hindi ko nagawa yung trabaho ko being an investment banker in talking to the big corporations, asking for big money to make their corporations earn more income. What I do now is to add value to all the people that I talk to. I talk to individuals, I talk to my prospects, I encourage them to, I talk to them so I can give value to them financially. Live brighter is not just about monetary or money or making more money. Sun Life's hashtag of brighter life is a holistic approach actually. Diba? Sometimes ang gusto natin, akala natin brighter life is pera kagad eh. Diba? For people who are sick, they want the ability to go to the best hospitals. Some people, brighter life is good relationships. Brighter life is sending their kids to the best schools. Brighter life is realizing the dreams that they had for themselves, for their parents, for their siblings. Brighter life is probably, if you're the main breadwinner, you get to send all your siblings to school and make them finish college. Diba? So brighter life will actually, its meaning, kayo makakasagot. What's a brighter life for you? But for me, brighter life is giving them what I could by providing value to the people I serve. Okay? It was mentioned in the introduction that I'm a unit manager as well as a financial advisor. Being a financial advisor, I get to talk to people, encourage them, and make them make their financial goals realizable, attainable. Okay, I show them packages. As a unit manager, it's my responsibility to the people I recruit or to the people I invite to make them achieve the dreams that they've set for themselves. For example, my top advisor was able to make 4.2 million simply because I took on the responsibility of teaching them everything that I do. Of course, complemented by Sun Life's training. Mr. Yabut actually said he was from GSK, di ba? GlaxoSmithKline. 3 of my advisors came from GlaxoSmithKline. Two of them is earning at least 1 million pesos. One is earning 2 million pesos. I cannot take care of my family without taking care of the people that was assigned to me or the people that I invited if I don't create value for them. So hindi ako makaka-create ng value for them kung hindi ko sila matutulungan. That's the great social purpose of being in Sun Life. You know, right now, Sun Life is trying to target 5 million people that we can educate through financial advocacy. Okay, it simply means preparing for retirement, preparing for education of their kids. Okay, making them realize that these things are possible, whether travel, retirement, estate planning, okay? So, these are the things that we get to do in Sun Life. Search for an emotional reason to make your life and work more meaningful. Ako, my greatest happiness is being married to my wife. Okay, my wife is there. Kami ingay, pa. Alam nila ikaw tuloy ka agad yun. No, but the thing is, I started at the bottom. I was at the pit because I was simply left because I had no self-esteem. I lost my self-esteem. I lost my self-respect. I thought I was ready for the world, but I was not. Bakit? Because probably I didn't prepare to be ready for world's challenges. You know, Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "You are destined to be the person you want to be if you decide to be the person you want to be. Okay? So, sometimes it all boils down to the decisions you make. Okay? My emotional reason is being able to do what I never thought I could. Okay? Actually, you know, the money is just a byproduct. It's really more about the smile that I get to put on my wife's face, the smile, and alam niyo pinakamasarap minsan? I mean, at this point, we don't have kids yet. One of the best feelings that I get is when my parents say thank you to me. Sabi ko nga, dati event na yung kumain kami sa Jollibee. Because sometimes when we were growing up, we would watch a free concert in Paco Park. And after nun, pauwi kakain kami sa Jollibee. The only time that I remember we ate somewhere nice was once in Kamayan. Pero once na nangyari yun. Kasi hindi nga kaya ng dad ko eh. But now, I get to take them where me and my wife would experience good food. The best experience is when you see the gratitude from the people that you love. Being a Sun Life advisor, the most heartwarming experiences was I delivered a check to a family. Normally, when you go to a wake, diba, you see people crying. You hear people talking about paano na kami, anong gagawin sa anak namin. Yung iba nag-aabot ng maliit na mga sobre. But being a Sun Life advisor gives you the unique opportunity to walk confidently into the chapel carrying a 1 million, a 2 million, a 5 million check. Simply because I did my job of talking to the insured, to the one who just passed away. Because we all have responsibilities to our families. First and foremost, diba? So it is our responsibility to take care of ourselves, but also the people that are dependent on us. That's one of the greatest things that I get to experience as a financial advisor. As a unit manager, the most heartwarming experience is when my advisor would come up to me and tell me, JP, thank you for teaching me, or thank you for inviting me. I see my people now going abroad, taking their moms. I see my clients, my advisors now sending their kids to the best schools. Akala nila hindi nila kaya. Diba? Sometimes, we live in a very ideal world. Of course, we are all exposed to what's ideal. Diba? We all wanted the best for ourselves, for our family. But sometimes, when reality strikes, may realize mo hindi ko pala kaya. Diba? When I graduated from LaSalle, I made that bold statement that I wanted to have a car, a house, and a jet ski. Pero you know what? 2001, when I landed my first job, my starting salary was 7,400. After 1 year, na-increase ako to 8,300. When I joined IBAC, I got a 50% bump to 12,000 pesos. But you know, at the end of the day, kailan mo ba ma-realize yung mga pangarap mo? Diba? It's all about realizing, it's all about doing something to realize the dreams that we have. Okay? This is one of my proud moments because iniwan ako ng isang babae na sabi kasi hindi ko siya kaya buhayin. Eh di magpapakasal na lang ako sa isang babae na kaya kong dalhin ko kahit saan. Diba? Pero because it's only because of what I do that enabled me to do things like this for her and for my family. Okay? So, at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, what's an emotional reason why I have to do something? Okay? Again, I say again, we are only destined to be the person that we are if we choose to decide to be the person that we are. Okay? It all boils down to the decisions we make. Remember, opportunities is everywhere. Okay? I'm not discounting that you have your opportunities at your work, in your current job. Diba? But right now, given all these things that's available to us, it's up to you to decide where you want or where you can realize your goals. I'm not saying that Sun Life or whatever insurance company is out there, wala na akong iba kasing alam. I'm not saying that it's the be-all and the end-all. I'm here to tell you the story or that my journey, how it has been for me. Okay? Ay, namatay. Napatay ko ba? Sorry. Wala, nag-blink na. Okay? Growing up, or being in college, one of my dreams was to study at AIM. I thought the only thing to go up the corporate ladder is to graduate from the best schools, which natawid ng parents ko kahit papaano, and to take up masters. Because ito yung mga bagay na sinabi sa akin na makakapag-assure that you will go up the corporate ladder. Studying in AIM was simply realized because Sun Life sent us. I'm one of the 70 advisors that were sent to AIM to study. Okay, it was a short course, but at least na-experience ko umupo sa upuan ng AIM, nakapag-aral ako, I was able to listen to one of their professors. No? So, at the end of the day, Mr. Yabut mentioned about grit. Diba? Sometimes, sabi ko nga, we are thrown curveballs in life. Sometimes you feel so sorry for yourself, which I felt a couple of times. Na-imagine ko yung nakakatawa, yung kakain ka, susubok ka na, iiyak ka pa, kasi broken-hearted ka. Diba? Pero, after that, even if I look back on that day, ang tanong kasi how will I react to that emotion? Grit is one of the things that I was able to take out of myself. Meaning, I had it in me. I had it in me to change my status. I had it in me to do something better, to do something different, for me to have a different result. Okay? So at the end of the day, I hope you were inspired by Mr. Yabut, and we were able to show at least a glimpse of what we do, thus brighter life. Okay, so again, thank you for coming. My name is JP Cruz.